show you a fantastic solo Grandmaster Pinnacle Ops farm in the game, and it's very important to the game. So the exotic mission is Starcross. That is the it's Solstice, Daily, and Mint Retrograde. So you're going to get tier 5 loot, tier 5, tier 4 armor potentially, and a chance at a tier 5 or tier 4 Retrograde. It's juiced today. There is so many reasons why you want to farm this, and I've made a card set up that everybody wins from this, because you'll still get A grade scores or B plus at worst. You'll still get all the loot that you want, whilst having the card as easy as possible. That's why this farm's so good. So let's go into the farm, right? So the card, make sure that the card matches your power if you're above 400 power. But the card is running it with 2 buffs, Strand Surge and Brawler. Brawler enhances melee ability damage. So we're going to make a build surrounding this. Solstice mods don't matter. Well, they do. If you take them off, you lose score. That's why some of you are getting better cards now. I think you aren't aware of that. If you take Solstice mods off, you lose score. Pick any Solstice mod you want. It doesn't matter for the run at all. Zero impact. We're not running any solo build in any fashion, and there's banners in Starcross anyways. There is that new accelerator score multiplier, which is 5%, but I believe it sort of stacks. It probably multiplies on top of everything else, you know, so that's handy as well. But yes, Strand Surge Brawl is what I recommend for the farm. You need to counter those 2 mods with 2 red mods. I go with Difficult Void Threat and Hot Step. Difficult Void Threat because it can be countered via chest plate resistances, and Hot Step because it seems to be bugged and it adds combatant power, which is what I want, and challenge multiplier, so that the card is B+. Now, Pinnacle Ops score grading is different to Solo Ops score grading. If you do a B+ card and you speedrun it on Pinnacle Ops, you will automatically get A grade rating. This will give you an increased chance at Ascendant Shards. You get far more Ascendant Shards on an A grade compared to a B+ card. So there actually is a benefit to be getting A grade cards, and that is one of the reasons, because tier 5 armor is 3 Ascendant Shards to Masterwork each. You're gonna want a lot of Ascendant Shards. Don't think you're out of jail when you get to 450. You're not. You still need to farm armor, but that's where the fun will begin. For me, that's where the fun will begin, 450. I'm alright. I'm happy grinding and coursing away at 450 to get all the sets dialed in, but I'm gonna need a lot of Ascendant Shards to do this. If I need to lock in 10 Edge of Fate builds for Time Walker, that's 30 builds, right? I'm going to need a ton of Ascendant Shards. So that is one real good reason why Pinnacle Ops solo farming or team farming, you know, is a good idea. Because of that. Because you're not finished at 450. People think they're going to level to 450 and you're done. You're not. You're not finished. Nope. Unless you make it finished. But what else are you going to play? Fortnite? No way. You're too mature for that. You're going to stick with D2. You're going to wait till Ash and Iron. You're going to play Ash and Iron. Despite your complaints, you're still going to play. And you're going to play till Renegades. Because with Destiny 2 players, it's always the same with you. Well, wait till the next expansion. Let's just wait and let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. You've been saying the last 10 years, let's see what happens. Let's see. I know the expansion's not that good. Let's see what happens. And that's what you do. I've observed that behaviour from you. So I'm completely aware that a lot of you are going to be sticking around till Renegades, just for that reason alone. So the card's been explained now with the build. Wishful Ignorance has received a nerf this week. It was a 200% buff down to 120 today, this week. However, in my experiences, it doesn't matter all that much. Think of it like this. Before the nerf, Wishful Ignorance was doing S+++ crazy damage, out of this world nuclear damage, right? Now it's doing moderate to very high damage in the game. That's what it's doing. Now you can run Worm God instead if you want. It's no problem. You could run that alternatively. But like I say, I'm going with Wishful Ignorance because I want to see what it's like. But obviously I've got Brawler on. But in my experiences, Wishful Ignorance is just fine. Don't be putting this in the vault just yet. Strand Titan is very OP right now. Okay. Weapons, Mint Retrograde, Tommy's Matchbook, it's on randomly. This is not on for anything, right? Oh, and you thought I was going to be a Slammer loyalist. Well, I ain't doing it. Nope, Slammer comes off. Slammer will save you time on the run. Yeah, you'll be able to do this in 8 minutes. with Slammer on a perfect run. But there are old wives' tales, there's Greek mythologies of ancient Greek texts saying don't run anything other than blue ribbon armor in Destiny 2 in case of prime buff drop rate Illuminati stuff. Yeah, I'm not running Slammer or any old gear until 450, and I'm strict on that. I'll hit 450 this week, and until that day I'm not running anything other than turquoise blue ribbon weapons and armor, and that is it. So yeah, you've had your weapons. Now you're in a bit of a... Oh, this is another... back of that. For those who don't own Retrograde, and I don't know why, but if you don't, you're in a time paracausal shift. You're in a time paradox. Because I'm telling you to run Retrograde for a Retrograde farm. And if you don't have Retrograde, then you're knackered. You're screwed. What can I don't know what to tell you. In actual fact, if we're really being serious, a 1-2 punch shotgun would actually speed this run up for sure. But like I said, I am just running Edge of Fate gear, and there are some barrier champs as well, but you do melt barrier champs without barrier, to be honest, but just thought I'd mention it. There's build Blade Fury, Rally Barricade, Frenzy Blade, Grapple, Banner of War, Fletchered Storm, Thread of Fury, Transmutation, Warding, and Generation. This is the go-to Stram build for me. I don't switch anything out. Very rarely that I do, because it's got everything I would want. Yeah, basically. There is one other fragment I use, but very rarely do I use it. Here's the armor mods. There'll be a dim link anyways. Be careful of this. Make sure this is double void resist concussive. And match your scabs to your weapons. I did Solar Scav Kings. You'll be happy to know this was a Solar Scav weapon. Outrageous Fortune is what I'm running. I haven't got bait and switch on it, but this is my only tier 5 Outrageous, so I'm just using it. And Explosive Light, in actual fact, isn't a little bad trait on this GL. I've got a strat revolving around this. It eases the boss fight at the end a little bit. So yeah, that's the build information. Artifact mods, nothing matters too much. There's a Woven Mail artifact mod that is important. Shield Crush is important. Elemental Days, I suppose. But that's really all the information on this run. On with the run. Okay, so on with the valuable 9-minute solo GM run for this mission. So as I said, I haven't got Eager Edge on, and that would actually speed up the run by probably a minute. I would probably be able to get probably 8-minute runs. But like I said, old wives' tales, I ain't running no old gear, and I'm sticking by that till 450. I've committed to it. Alright, you get your melee back so much, so use it as a 3rd, 4th, 5th jump. If you need to make a longer jump, use your melee ability to get to places that you otherwise wouldn't be able to, right? I'm going to do some melee there with Fletchered Storm, just to get some Banner of War. I only want 1 stack in actual fact. 1 stack of Banner of War, just to make sure that you don't die skipping the barriers. Yes, skip them. Skip as many things as you can in this run. You will still get A grade scoring, because the actual main objectives give you so much, like score points, and the actual like, look, we're 51 minutes, so if we do this in 9 minutes, the game's going to be like, wow, you've got 40 minutes left. Let's add that to your scorecard, shall we? And then you get loads of points. So it's in your interest to speedrun these. It is. Right, that's the buff. Go to the buff, get a Banner of War. Maybe 1 stack will do you. Just 1 stack. Punch 1 ad. Right, that's not a lot of time investment. Just 1 ad. And then just jump in the air, do your slide, and do your Fletchered Storm. That will melt all your phalanxes. Refresh buff. You need to refresh the buff. It's not refreshing. I need to step on and off, step on and off. You're wasting me time. Size obligation. There we go. Go to middle immediately. Check middle symbols. What we got. Snake something. Snake something. On the run I knew what it was, but right now I didn't see it in time. Anyways, obviously I know what the symbols was. So snake's left. So we're going to go left. I have a grapple as well to speed things up. I see a moment of opportunity. Look at this. I was like, rather than wasting any time, try and take him from a distance. That's the beauty of Fletchered Storm. It's not just a melee build. It's a ranged melee build. It's so OP, man. I mean, What you need to realise with melee builds is there's a risk to reward ratio with them. Well, this build, there's no risk to reward ratio with it. It's just OP. It's, you know, that's the thing with Solar Titan. Solar Titan's OP as well, but it's close up CQC. I know the new Titan exotic, you can call it back, but that's not the point. I'm saying Strand Titan's OP from close up or from long range because of Fletchered Storm. Look at that. We pop super so that we can melt the phalanx and skip the Cyclopses. So do your symbols correctly. You know, if it's left, mid, right, whatever it is, just follow your symbols. It's your last wish symbols, and that's all it is. But super the final one. That's what I like to do. I like to super the final phalanx just to get rid of them. Because there's more ads up. The more ads you kill on that bit, the more Cyclopses there are, the more snipers. Right, keep going, making your way through. The mission is teaching you the buff, Dam's Gift. And that gets you through the red aura stuff, whatever it is. But yeah, you can really speed this run up by meleeing everywhere. So like, spam your melee abilities, look. Because you just keep getting them back. Especially, that enhances, by the way, Banner of War. Banner of War gives more melee energy. So you're going to get it even faster. Right, get the buff. I'm going to go right first. This is just what I did. I like to go right then top. Now, there is a mini cheese, I believe, with one of the Rivens. I haven't done that. Just because I didn't feel like I need to do it. There is one way you don't need to kill the Riven. Just kill the Riven because he gives you Banner of War and you can tank the snipers. So just kill all your Rivens. I am aware there's a skip. I've been told it. But I really have not got the time to be testing whether we can do that or not. Somebody told me that they've patched it. Anyways, it doesn't matter. It's not going to make any difference to your run. So I'm just recommending just kill your Riven because look what's happening here. I'm getting Banner of War off the Riven to survive. You need to have perk management. Now I'm going to go left. And then look. He tries to John Cena me again. I told you they buff Rivens. Rivens have had a buff. If you don't know, they've definitely had a buff since Edge of Fate. They are more likely to use wrestling techniques on you. They're more likely to try and do wrestling moves. I have judged Riven AI now for 3-4 years. I know when it's tweaked and they're tweaked. They always slam, but they slam more now. They slam much more than they used to. Melt the barriers. Top and back mid. Melt them now. Wait for the boss spawning. Melt the Riven with your melee. Then melee again. Look at this damage. Then just pop super. You should probably just pop super now. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Don't waste your GL too much because you want explosive light times 6. If you've got your bait and switch one, I have got a bait and switch one, but it's not tier 5. But if you've got a bait and switch Outrageous Fortune, then use that for sure. But explosive light's pretty damn good as well, you know. It's not bad, especially on a build like this where you're getting plenty of orbs because I've got heavy-handed on. So I keep getting orbs. So I've got my explosive light in the background for when I need it at the farm boss, and it does help it out. It ensures the Solar 1 cycle quicker. It ensures that you definitely will get it. Yeah, it just helps out a little bit. Jump and puzzle, use your melee abilities. Look how easier it is. It's like a 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th jump with this Frenzied Blade because I keep getting it back. Keep getting it back as a Brawler. Brawler's enhancing that. And it multiplies with your melee stat. So if I'm 169, not only am I, well, it's 190% ability regen, yeah? That stacks with Brawler. I don't know what regeneration of Brawler is. We don't know. Someone will know, but whatever that is, it adds to that, yeah? So you're getting even more melee energy. Then there's Banner of War to consider. Skip all these ads. Skip them. Now, this is what you want to do here. You need 1 or 2 stacks of Banner of War. Make sure you try and do it. So do it right here. That's it. Now you're done. Now, I do get hit hard, but don't worry. Trust in the strat. It looks dangerous, but it isn't. Because we're Banner of War. Yeah? We've got that resistances. We're tanky enough, is what I'm saying. Do another Fletchered Storm and kill one of the barriers, or maybe both of them. It doesn't matter. Just do that, though, to take some aggro off you. Get the double buff, Snake, Bird, and Dragon. Snake, Bird, Dragon. Where's Snake? Far right. Then Bird's left, and then Dragon's mid. Actually, that's not a bad little thing. I'm going to show you a little trick here with this. If you get middle as your last symbol, there's a little trick to it. Let me just watch the footage. Have trust in it. Thank you, Unstartable Champion. He knew where I was going. What a lovely gentleman he was. Booping me over here like that. Just go in there and then just slide and melee your phalanxes. Watch. Look for them. Just melt. Just go. Spam it. Don't worry. You'll get it back. That's why this strat's so easy. Okay. Now we go to middle. So look at Banner of War ×2. Recommend that you pop a super here because you'll get it back. But not just for that. Just for quick Banner of War stacks. Look, I'm ×3. I should get ×4. I figured I would get ×4 here, but I didn't. That's alright though. ×3 is good enough. ×3 is good enough, but I was wanting ×4. Look, 10 seconds. Get that banner in as quickly as you can. Just watch this little optimization here. I get so much more damage because of it. Look at that. Double buff goes in. Then we do our melee. 2 seconds. 1, 0. Boom. Boss is half HP already. Whip out the Explosive Light GL. Whip it out. Explosive Light as well, and just keep spamming that until the last minute, until you feel as though you need to pop super. When you need to pop super, pop it, for sure. You could even stack a couple more Banner of War, maybe 1 stack, then super the boss. You could entirely do that. Right, now I'm just going to melee the boss. He's tethered. That's alright though, because we've got so much melee. I can out-tank and Banner of War, everything. Just finish the boss off with GL. Yeah, and then use your melee or whatever. And that gets rid of the boss. So that's the solo GM farm for Starcross. 9-minute farm. If I ran Eager Edge, sorry, it'd be 8 minutes. You would knock a whole good minute off it. But that's the farm, and that's you know, you will get your Retrograde. I got a Retrograde, but it wasn't a good roll. But that's fine. A rank, there you go. 1 million points. Proof is there for you. That was around this. Hope you enjoy. Thank you.